With just 6 months until its implementation, India's steel industry, a major exporter to the European Union, is under pressure to adopt the greener practices. Tata Steel, having commissioned a carbon capture plant in Jamshedpur 4 years ago, is seen as a pioneer in this effort. The question stands, how far is this aimed at? In today's video, we will first examine the economic theory or the financial theory aligned to the above scenario discussed. Later, we'll also discuss a question based on its implication. So, hi everybody. India's Steel Ministry is urging all major steel producers to embrace carbon capture technologies and shift to green hydrogen in their operations. The EU's CBAM aims to tax imports based on their embedded carbon content starting January 1st, affecting industries like steel, aluminium, cement, hydrogen, electricity, and fertilizers. This move incentivizes global industries to reduce carbon emissions to avoid additional tariffs, aligning with the EU's stringent environmental standards. Now, this above scenario is related to environmental economics law, but which one? The answer is Pigouvian taxation, named after the economist author Pigou. Pigouvian taxation, named after the economist author Pigou, is a concept within environmental economics that addresses the issue of negative externalities. The idea behind Pigouvian taxation is to correct this market failure by imposing a tax on the activity that generates negative externality, in this case carbon emission. The tax is set at a level that reflects the true societal cost of pollution, aiming to internalize these external costs into the decision-making processes of firms and individuals. By doing so, the tax incentivizes polluters to reduce their emissions because it increases the cost of polluting activities relative to cleaner alternatives. The key principles of Pigouvian taxation include: number 1 is efficiency. The tax ensures that the cost of pollution is borne by these responsible for it, leading to more efficient allocation of resources. When firms internalize the cost of pollution, they have a stronger incentive to innovate and adopt cleaner technologies to reduce emission. Number 2 is equity. The tax revenue can potentially be used to compensate those adversely affected by pollution or invested in environmental projects that benefit the society, thereby equity concerns. Number 3 is optimal pollution reduction. The tax is designed to achieve the social optimal level of pollution reduction where the marginal cost of abatement, that is the cost to reduce pollution, equals the marginal social cost of pollution. This ensures that pollution reduction efforts are cost effective and maximize societal effect. In the context of EU's carbon border adjustment mechanism, the application of Pigouvian principles is evident. By imposing a tariff on carbon-intensive import, the EU aims to create a level of playing field where imported goods reflect their true environmental cost. This encourages global industries, including those in India's steel sector, to reduce their carbon emission to avoid tariff and remain competitive in international market. Overall, the Pigouvian taxation represents a theoretical framework in environmental economics that advocates for using basic market instruments such as the tax on negative externalities to achieve the environmental goals effectively and efficiently. Furthermore, the new norms such as the EU's carbon border adjustment mechanism can indeed pose challenges for countries like India, particularly industries that heavily rely on carbon-intensive processes such as the steel production. But at the same time, the EU's leadership in carbon pricing encourages dialogue with major economies like India on global climate initiatives and foster collaborations on technological innovation in the clean energy. By imposing carbon tariff on imported steel from India, the incentivizes Indian steelmakers to adopt the cleaner technologies, thereby contributing to global effort to mitigate the climate change. In conclusion, while the new norms such as the CBAM may possess challenge for Indian industries initially, they also present opportunities for India to enhance its environmental sustainability effort and competitiveness in global market. For the European Union, CBAM serves to protect its industry from unfair competition, advance its climate objective, and reinforce its leadership in global environmental governance. Hope you liked the video. Let's unlock together your full potential and achieve remarkable success in the world of business. If you are new to the channel, do like, share and subscribe for more such content related to business and finance. Till then, goodbye everyone.